everyone? Gilman with Live Healthy back with another video. Today taking a look at KNDI KANDI. I'm not sure how to say it. I'm going to go with Candy because it sounds cooler. But the stock dropped 28% today with another 7% after hours. So we'll take a look at kind of an analysis of what the company is, what they do, why they tumbled over 35% between normal trading hours and after hours, and what that means for the stock moving forward. And if you like videos like this, hit that subscribe button and like the video. It'll share with other people who might be interested in similar content, and it'll help me as I try to grow the channel. Comment down below if you are in Candy, or if you've traded it, or if you are looking to get in. So wasting no time, let me hit record and we will get right into it. So right off the bat, you know, if I just zoom out a little bit, what we see is the stock has been on an absolute run. So let me hide this, hit the 5-day chart. Well, maybe a monthly chart would be a better indication, right? But from 11/11, kind of, you know, early November to 11/24, in less than 2 weeks, the stock went from under $6 to almost $17 and is now on its way down as fast as, actually faster than it went up a few weeks ago. So what exactly happened today, right? I made a few videos on this last week on, you know, so a couple of trades that I made, and I was out of the trade. I wasn't, because it was looking pretty weak late last week. I was looking for an entry point, and then came the news today about what happened. So shares of KNDI tumbled 28.34% as there were you know, claims that from Hindenburg Research that they're in a scheme that are falsifying revenues and faking sales to undisclosed affiliates. And let's see, the largest customer represented 55% of their sales, and they share a phone number with Candy's subsidiary and an executive with Candy. So all of that to say, right, and they declined a request for comment. So all of that to say that some of the sales numbers that they were using were falsified, right? So maybe they were faking sales. Some other companies, I'm not going to name any off the top of my head, but some other companies were also accused of doing similar practices just to raise some money, and Candy is no different. So trading volume spiked at that point, right? Obviously, either people were shorting it, people were getting out, and or maybe some people jumping in as they saw value in the company. But, you know, looking at this, despite the Monday sell-off, the stock still rallied 64% in November, which is, again, insane for any stock to go up that much that fast, right? So what is this company, right? This is their website, KNDIamerica.com. They have a lot of they have two vehicles, one of them being the K23. Again, I don't know too much about the cars, but what I do know is that, you know, it's a $27,500 car that could be as low as $20,000. They have a fuel economy of about 100 miles. It's your you know, normal hatchback looking car, and then the K27 actually comes in a little bit cheaper. The price is $17,500, $9,999 after tax. Now, looking at this car, it's not the most attractive car in the world. I love cars, and I don't think that, you know, looking at this, it doesn't scream, you know, I want this car. Sure, you could say they might be a competitor to Tesla in terms of, you know, selling an electric car, but that's kind of where it stops, because, you know, one car is a little bit more pleasing to look at than the other. That being said, though, it is a car that, you know, hopefully drives, right? 127, you know, EPA, not bad at all if you're a city commuter. Small little car, you can park in small places, and it's a $10,000 car when you can get it after the tax incentive, right? So I don't know of any other car that is near $10,000. So that could be their big selling point. And then let me just show this. Candy approved in California. I don't have this link open, but hopefully we can find it real quick. Yeah, so on November 3rd, their model K27, which is the one we just looked at, this $10,000 after tax incentives, was cleared for California roads for meeting emission standards. Again, I don't know that this fully allows them to sell their cars in California, but this is definitely good news for this company, as they are able to start selling to people in California, which is, you know, a big place for electric vehicles as it is, as they try to push for cleaner emissions. So again, not the best looking car in the world, but $10,000, you know, not the worst deal either, right? It could be a lot worse. Now, taking a look at, you know, kind of the one-day chart just to get an idea of what it is, right? Huge sell-off right out of the gate. Now, I want to pull up, you know, Tesla just to kind of show you that, you know, that initial sell-off was not uncommon, right? This huge sell-off at the beginning. You take a look at S&P 500, huge sell-off at the beginning. The difference between, you know, S&P as it floated to the top, or Tesla as it sort of recovered and floated to the top, and then a little bit of sell-off at the end, and, you know, Kandi, is the fact that the sell-off just continued. It went up to VWAP and then sold off. Taking a look at the daily chart, what I wanna go through is, you know, the price action here, and we'll kind of take a look at, you know, what this could mean for the stock moving forward. So I was in Kandi stock and a long option call, both of which were pretty profitable, excuse me. I got in around the 9s, I think sold in the 14s, the stock, and then, you know, I got in the options call around, I think, $7 and sold it when the stock was 9. So clearly left money on the table, definitely with the option, but I sold in the 14s and also left some money on the table, but super glad that I was out of this trade. And I had mentioned in my videos last week when I made them, right, that I was looking for the stock to stay above the 8 EMA, and I was looking for that pull towards the 8 EMA as a point of entry, both with Kandi and with NIO. So, you know, when it was far separated last Friday, right, I didn't want to jump in. I was waiting for a, you know, pull back towards the 8 EMA, which at that time was 1282, and then I wanted to see it bounce off the 8 EMA, and then on the way up, my goal was to pick up some shares for a quick swing trade. But what did we get? We got it opening up in the 13, it opened up at 1311, drop. Didn't even care about the 8 EMA, didn't care about the 21 EMA. Next up is 34 EMA, which, so the numbers are going to be right here, but 8 EMA was $12.14, let's call it 15 cents. 21 EMA was 10.44. Both of those are gone, knocked out. The 34 EMA was next at 9.46. If we see here, we ended the day at 9.76, but after hours we're at 9.04. So technically, if we open, you know, under that tomorrow, the 34 EMA is also knocked out, right? And the next one is the 55 EMA at 8.56, and then the 89 EMA at 7.68. Those two could be points of support, but my personal trade plan for Kandi right now, because of the fraud allegations that are put against them, is to wait and see where the stock finds support. If it opens tomorrow and it rallies 10, 11, 12%, I might jump in for a quick swing trade. But if it opens tomorrow and the weakness continues and it drops and it doesn't find, I mean, it's either not able to gain that 34 EMA back at 9.46, or it drops to the 55 EMA in 8.56 and is not able to find support there, then I'm not going to look to enter the trade. So, you know, my personal trade plan is looking to see where it finds support, whether that support holds, right? So let's say it goes down tomorrow, 55 EMA, this is just a pure example, finds, as in bounces up, but then, you know, turns around really quickly and go right back down, then I'm probably not going to look to take the trade. I want it to bounce off of an EMA, right, or turn around and have some sort of a trend before I jump back in the trade, whether it's with options or with calls. I personally think that, you know, not that this company is going to be Tesla level per se, but I do think that, you know, if they do get approved for selling cars in, they're able to sell cars in California rather, and they are able to sell cars in other states, and with the amount of cars that they can sell in China, that there is potential here. That being said, though, I'm not about to jump in front of a fraud allegation and, you know, just say, oh, this is a great deal, I'm going to buy in. No, I'm going to wait for that reversal if and when it comes. I will be probably looking to buy some shares and or options. So that's all I had for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys found this valuable. Let me know if you guys are planning on trading Candy or if you've recently traded Candy, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. See you guys next time for another video. Until then, let's remember to be a bit better every single day, and until next time.